Namaskar. I am Dr. Mahesh Rath, consultant in diabetes, thyroid, and adult vaccination, AMRI Super Specialty Clinics, Bhubaneswar. Today, our topic of discussion is how to prevent heart attack. So, first, let us learn about heart. The heart is a very important muscular organ of the body. Its function is to supply oxygenated blood to the entire body. The heart pumps around 60 to 80 times per minute for the entire lifetime to supply oxygenated blood to the body. It is therefore in need of large amounts of oxygen and nutrients to work properly. The coronary arteries which are present on the heart fulfill its need and supply the oxygenated blood. Now let us know about the heart diseases or the cardiovascular diseases in India. Heart diseases of late have become a leading cause of death in India. Nearly almost 25% of all the deaths are heart related. The worrisome part is that in comparison to the European or the West people and Americans, heart diseases affect Indians a decade earlier or almost 10 years earlier and in their most productive midlife years. So heart attack and stroke are the predominant causes and are responsible for more than 80% of heart disease related deaths in India. Now that we have known about the heart, let us know what is heart attack. Like all other parts of the body, the heart also requires a good supply of oxygen to perform well. A heart attack occurs when the blood flow that brings oxygen to the heart muscle is severely reduced or cut off completely. This happens because the coronary arteries that supply the heart muscle with blood flow can become narrowed from the buildup of fat, cholesterol or other substances that is together called as plaque. This is a very slow process and takes several years, and in scientific terms it is called as atherosclerosis. Now, who is at risk for heart attack? Individuals above the age of 65 years are at greater risk of heart attack. Persons who have family history of heart diseases, meaning heart diseases in the father, mother, brother, sister, are at an increased risk. Most people with a significant family history of heart disease have one or more risk factors like blood pressure, diabetes, smoking habit are also at an increased risk. But you can't control your age, sex, race, and you cannot control your family history. So it's even more important to treat and control any other modifiable risk factors. Now, what are the modifiable risk factors? They are high cholesterol, high blood glucose or diabetes, high blood pressure, smoking, alcohol, poor diet and nutrition. Then, is the prevention of heart attack possible? Yes, very much prevention of heart attack is possible, and for that we need to control the risk factors of heart attack like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes and smoking habits. It is advisable to stop smoking altogether, but reducing smoking does not help much. Stopping it does help a lot. Healthy lifestyle changes like regular exercise, healthy diet equally are important for the prevention of heart diseases. Now, how does high blood cholesterol cause heart attack? Cholesterol is a waxy fatty substance which is present in the blood. Same cholesterol is produced by the body mostly in the liver and the remaining comes from the food such as red meat, which is in simple terms mutton, cheese, butter, eggs, etc. Cholesterol is used by the body to build and maintain healthy cells, but high levels of cholesterol can increase the risk of heart diseases. Cholesterol does not mix well with water, so it cannot float freely in the blood, and that's why it is packaged into certain proteins. These proteins are called lipoproteins. If you have done a lipid profile test, you must be knowing that there are parameters called LDL or the low density lipoprotein and the HDL, high density lipoprotein. The HDL is called as the good cholesterol and LDL is the bad cholesterol. When levels of LDL are too high, then the excess LDL cholesterol likely accumulates in the blood vessels, and more accumulation leads to blockage of the coronary artery. Partly blocked blood vessel in your heart vessels causes symptoms like angina, which in simple terms is called as chest discomfort or pain during exercise. In severe cases, it also occurs during rest. An entirely blocked artery supplying the blood to the heart also leads to heart attack. Now let us know how to manage and control the high cholesterol. To control high cholesterol, we need to adopt healthy lifestyle in our everyday routine. Heart healthy diet is very important. Eat more vegetable, fruits, whole grains, legumes and nuts. Limit the quantity of salt, sugar, fatty food, junk fast food, fried food, processed food, etc. Regular exercise should be an integral part of the routine. Minimize the time you spend sitting and increase the physical activity in order to enhance the health and help prevent heart attack. Now some tips for a heart healthy diet. Saturated fat should be avoided and should be less than 10% of the total energy intake. What are saturated fat? They are present in cream, cheese, butter, whole milk dairy products and fatty meat, with polyunsaturated fat present in walnut, sunflower seeds and fish. Polyunsaturated fat are better and should be replaced in place of the saturated fat. Keep trans fat as low as possible, and artificial trans fats which are present in fast food, snacks, chips, cookies should be avoided, and natural trans fat should be less than 1% of the total energy intake. The salt intake should be less than 5 gram per day, 30 to 45 gram of fiber per day, preferably from whole grains, at least 200 gram of fresh fruits per day in 2 to 3 servings, at least 200 gram of vegetables per day, again in 2 to 3 servings, fish 1 to 2 times per week, and one of which should be oily fish. The smaller the size of the fish, the better it is, and it has more of omega 3 fatty acids and it is good for the heart. 30 gram of unsalted nuts per day, and sugar sweetened soft drinks and alcoholic beverages should be avoided as far as possible. Now a lifestyle change usually reduces the LDL cholesterol levels by almost 10 to 15%, and additional lipid lowering therapies which are the statins should be taken if the LDL cholesterols are not under control. Statin drugs help by lowering the LDL cholesterol and reducing its production. Doctors like us will advise about the lipid lowering medications if your lipid levels are more than the required quantities and are not controlled by diet alone. And in patients who are diabetics, who are hypertensive, they have to compulsorily take a lipid lowering product in order to have a protective effect on the heart. Do not start or stop or change any kind of medication without proper advice from your treating physician. And do not rely on the advice of friends, family, or relatives in order to alter your drugs. Now, coming to diabetes, how does diabetes affect the risk of heart attack? Yes, diabetics are at an increased risk of heart attack. Patients with diabetics often have an unhealthy cholesterol level, including high LDL levels and low HDL levels, which are very commonly seen in our patients, and very high triglycerides. We as Asians have a tendency to have very high triglycerides. Control of blood sugar levels and blood cholesterol levels are very important in order to protect our heart. Lipid lowering therapy like statins are recommended for all diabetics and all hypertensives, and they are recommended by the American Diabetic Association for every patient more than 40 years of age in order to decrease the risk of heart attack in the future. Now, when the heart pumps blood around the body, it provides nutrition also along with it. Then what is blood pressure? Circulating blood pushes against the walls of the vessels, and that pressure when measured is called blood pressure. When the blood pressure is too high, it puts strain on the arterial walls, making them more susceptible to deposits of cholesterol, thus leading to narrowing of the vital arteries of the heart. And when the narrowing happens or the blockage happens, it results in heart attack. So, along with blood pressure medicines, a lipid lowering medicine or a statin is also very much required. Patients who have had a history of previous heart attack, in order to reduce the risk, it is important to continue your medications as advised by your doctors, and also it is equally important to manage and control the risk factors like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar or diabetes, and smoking. It is very important to ensure that to control high cholesterol, high triglyceride and low HDL, all that has to be controlled and put in the normal range. Be active, have an active physical life. Heart healthy diet is the most important one, and not to skip your medications anytime, not to alter or stop your medications without the advice of a doctor, and do consult your doctor regularly to keep your blood levels in the normal range and to predict if any risk is there or not through proper test. Now in this COVID pandemic, I would like to suggest some precautions for the heart diseases patient. It is a very challenging time for everyone, as for us doctors and our patients also. Although it is now possible to visit your doctors and to consult them, teleconsultation has become legal in India. If you are not able to visit your doctors, then it is better that you consult your doctors over telephone and do a home collection of the blood and the results. You send it to your doctors and take proper advice. If your medicines are over, then get the next batch of medicines and start it till you are not able to meet your doctors. If it is of no value that if you are not able to visit your doctors, to stop your medications. Coming to this COVID pandemic, it is seen that the deaths due to COVID has been more in patients who have had any other kind of comorbidities, such as diabetes, such as hypertension, such as any kind of lung diseases, any kind of liver diseases, cancer, etc. So any kind of other diseases or chronic diseases had led to more complicated situation in a COVID patient and has often led to his or her death. So patients, and more than 60-70% of the patients who have had death due to COVID have been elderly patients. So all the elderly patients more than 50 years of age and all the patients who have any other kind of diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, or any kind of heart disease, liver disease, cancer, etc. should take extra precaution, try to stay at home and to continue all your medications and to keep all your blood test levels in the normal range and to consult your doctors regularly so that you can prevent COVID, and if at all you are affected, then it would be easier for everyone to get over COVID. And here I would also like to suggest all the patients which I have mentioned having any kind of diseases to take adult vaccination of influenza and pneumococcal in order to increase the immunity of your lungs to counteract a respiratory illness like COVID. So this was all about how to prevent heart attack in general and what precautions to take in this COVID pandemic. Thank you very much. If you have any kind of doubts, then please let me know. I have a question. It is, can a 12-year-old have a heart attack? If yes, it is very much possible. A 12-year-old can have heart attack if he has any kind of congenital heart problem first. If there is congenital hypercholesterolemia, we have seen pediatric patients have very high cholesterol running into thousands. This is due to some genetic defect in them and they need to start on lipids and they need to have very strong control and have regular monthly or bi-monthly visits to their cardiologist in order to keep it under control. And if there is any congenital or inborn problem with the heart, to go to the cardiologist or the cardiovascular surgeon and get it corrected. Then I have another question. What should I do if someone has a heart attack around me? First of all, if you suspect that a person has a heart attack, first is to reassure the patient, ask the patient to lie down calm and not to be very anxious or not to have any anxiety. Secondly, call the nearest ambulance or take the patient to arrange to transfer the patient to the hospital. We have, you call a doctor, we have a heart attack kit. If medicine is available, we can give it to them immediately and then transfer to the hospital. And if the patient you see has the heart has stopped, then to start CPR. How to do CPR? You have to be trained in doing a CPR. So if you are trained, if you are basically trained, then you can do it in order to restart the heart. But if you are in a situation in which nothing is possible, then not to waste any time, and it is better to shift the patient to the nearest hospital rather than doing any kind of activity in the home and delaying. Let me remind you, any kind of heart problem or heart attack, the time is very much vital. Time is very much vital. The earlier the patient is presented to the hospital, the better is the result.